Calling all my black sheep to the front of the classroom. Come on, y'all. Come to the front of the classroom. It's time for us to break some of these generational curses. And we got to show the people we not the black sheep. We the damn goat. We the greatest of all time. We're going to break these generational curses. And we're going to kick ass in the process. Because let me tell you something. I know after living here for 55 years, I know what it's like to be the black sheep. I do. And at 35 years of age, that's when I decided no more. I was no longer going to be their punching bag for all the mistakes that they make with their lives. When they make the mistakes, then they decide that it's my fault. Somehow, some way, I become the issue for everybody and their problems. But the issue that I have with it is I removed myself from you years ago. But yet, I still am the issue, am the problem in your life. They don't want to look within to see what it is about them that may be causing them to be miserable. That ain't got nothing to do with me. Nothing at all. But when you're the black sheep, you're the one that everything is thrown upon. It's your fault that their life didn't turn out the way it was. Because when they were riding with you back in 1982 and we got in that car accident and they broke their ankle, they haven't been able to get the job that they want because their ankle is sore. Bull crap. That's just an example, y'all. That didn't happen. Bull crap. That's your issue. That had nothing to do with anybody else. But I'm going to give you a couple of things to let you know if you're the black sheep of the family. Okay, here are 3 things that'll let you know if you're the black sheep of the family. For one, they do not expect you to win. They expect everything in your life to be a failure. They do not expect to see you do anything that will help you to elevate your life. Even if that means changing your mindset, not continuing to do the same things that they have done, that we have done all of our lives, and decide, you know, enough is enough. This isn't how I want to live my life. So I decide that I'm going to change my life. It's just a decision that you make to change your life. It has nothing to do with how anyone else lives their life. It's just a decision that you make to change your life. For me, I'll give you some examples. I started reading self-help books. I started going to different seminars. I started listening to people on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram. One of my favorites is Lisa Nichols. Lisa Nichols is one of my favorite people to listen to. So is Coach Stormy. She's one of my favorite people to listen to. And I listen to these people to continue to keep me elevated and in the right mindset to keep going and not to revert back to the way I used to be. But that was one. You're always the issue. You're always blamed for everything that goes wrong within the family dynamic. It has something to do with you. Even if you are far removed and have not been around for a very long time, it's always your issue. Number 2, you're the most judged. The most judged. No matter what. Your children, the job you do, the car you drive, the clothes you wear, how you take care of yourself, how you take care of your family is always under scrutiny. They're always looking for something that you've done wrong. I'm going to give you a prime example how I know I'm the black sheep. Not just one, but this just how I know just recently. Well, in 2013, I had weight loss surgery. And I was always cold. I lost my blanket. I lost 113 pounds and I would always be cold. Well, honey, here I am 11 years later and I'm always hot because I have hot flashes. Do you know that's an issue? Do you know I was told by family members, oh, you should be over that by now? What? No, I shouldn't. Another family member, I remember when you were always cold. It's like you can't change. You're always held to what you used to be. There's no growth within you, but there's supposedly growth within them. And there's no growth. They're always the same. They keep repeating that same cycle over and over and over again. It comes from the grandmama to the mama to the children to the grandchildren. They all do the same thing. Sit, talk, gossip, and belittle other people. The black sheep. Not only the black sheep of the family, but anyone that they consider to be less than them. I'll take the black sheep of the family title. I'll take it with pride. You want to know why? That means I don't have to be around you. I don't have to deal with you. And I'm going to protect my peace at all costs. I don't care who you are. I don't care what it is. If I'm around you and my energy feels off, or I get this feeling, because I get this feeling in my gut, oh, this isn't where you're supposed to be, I'm going to leave. And I don't care. I don't care what you have to say about it. I don't care how you feel about it. I don't care if it costs you money because I walked out of a dinner you were paying for. If I don't feel safe and I don't feel at peace, I'm not dealing with it. I'm not dealing with you. I'm not dealing with anybody when I have those feelings. The third thing, they label you. I'm the family liar. And I'm okay with that too, because they don't believe anything I say. I said the other day, no, I don't watch TV. I haven't watched TV in a while. So you telling me you don't watch TV with your grandchildren? Come on now. Come on now. If my grandchildren ask me to sit down and watch TV with them, of course I am. What I mean by I don't watch TV is it's not something that I do on a daily basis. I choose to read a book. I choose to heal myself from these toxic traits and toxic wounds that I've had from my childhood. I chose to take this route in my life when I turned 35. I was like, enough is enough. I need to forgive them for the things that they've done and move on. Because see, when I was 18, the night I graduated from high school, I had two relatives stand in the kitchen and tell me I was never going to be anything. The only thing you're going to be good enough to do is lay up on your back and have children. You're just going to have babies. The only thing you're good enough to do is lay up on your back and have babies on your mama, is what they said. Lay up on your back and have babies on your mama. And the only thing that I could come back and say is, I can show you better than I can tell you. And I did. I married the wrong person for me. He wasn't a bad man. He isn't a bad man. You know, we get along great now, but that was because I was determined not to repeat that cycle and not to do what they said, not to be who they said I was. And for years, I built my life around that one thing that they said to me, that I was never going to be anything. And the only thing that I could say is, I could show you better than I can tell you. And I was determined to show them that I was. But now, at this ripe old age of these double nickels, that speed limit, whatever you want to call it, and some may say you're too old to be talking about this or whatever, but this isn't for me. I'm over it. I can laugh at it now. Sometimes I'm like, I cannot believe you're still doing the same thing. Like, you haven't changed at all. Like, there's nothing about you that has changed. You're still gossiping, backstabbing. I mean, just the same thing constantly, over and over and over again. You would think that one would get tired of it. I know when I used to gossip and do, and sometimes things, it would just make me feel bad. I didn't like the way it made me feel. So I don't like gossipers, and I don't gossip. I do whatever. I'll ask questions, but it's not like I'm gonna go back and say, girl, let me tell you such and such did this. No, I'm not gonna do that. If you ask me a question, if I know the answer, yeah, I'll answer it. If they've asked me not to share it, no, I will not share it. But years past, you know, yeah, we all made mistakes and been the person that would. But no, I'm not that person now. I am a totally different person. And the people that know me now, my friends that have known me from before and still are in my life now, you know, the one thing that they tell me is, I feel sorry for the people who cannot get to experience the person that you are now. And that's because they're missing out on a great person. Because my heart, I lead with my heart all the time. Now, do I get hurt? Yep, quite often. But I'm okay with that, because it's what I choose to do. Now, I do protect myself now. I don't let you say stuff off the hook. I would just cut you off, and it's okay. Because one thing is for certain and two things for sure. I came in this world not a twin, not having to depend on anybody else in the womb. I came in this world by myself. I took my first God's breath alone. So if I took my first breath alone, and I know I'm going to take my last breath alone, I can live and walk this life alone. So don't let anybody make you feel bad, because you may be different, because God made you uniquely different to break these generational curses. And I just want to tell you all, get ready. We're going to talk about this, because I'm sick of it. And I'm sick of being the brunt of their bullshit.